What's up, my peppuccinis? What's going on, everybody? It's Tips for Gamers here. Today, we are going to be talking about the rookie running back ratings in Madden 24. We're going to see how they did. Make sure to hit that like button if you love what we do. No matter what, we love you guys. All of our subscribers, you guys are the dogs of dogs. You're the best ever. And we have the best subs in the world. Prove us wrong. So Bijan Robinson got an 81 overall, and I don't disagree with this. I think Bijan Robinson is like a slinky out there. I've never seen someone's top half and bottom half do completely different things and still go full speed. I mean, it's just amazing just how low he can get to the ground and just keep moving. The dude is so fast, so talented, and he plays like he's 4'3". That's how low he gets to the ground, and that's not any shade. That's a compliment. This guy's about as impressive as it gets. His awareness is a 73, so that tells me that he's not a lot of fluff. He's got a high ratings that mean something. So I can already tell you right now, this is a guy you want to trade for. His COD, his trucking, break tackle. What was his break tackle? 86. Dear God, my Lord have mercy. This guy is ferocious back there. He's an absolute beast, and I think they got this right. Now, when it comes to Jahmyr Gibbs does not get enough credit, in my opinion, for what he did on Alabama. He was the leading receiver with 44 receptions and the leading rusher. Think about that. Everyone gives Bryce Young all this credit. When you have a halfback like this, not enough people talked about how much Gibbs did for Bryce Young and Alabama. I'm telling you, this guy can do it all. He is so scary. He's so good at keeping guys away from his body, and he's so good at also shoving guys off and then using his speed to gain more ground. He's always trying to gain more ground every step of the way. He is so impressive. You got this speed out there that's ridiculous. Look at this awareness. Oh my Lord, have mercy. Dear God, this guy's amazing. Oh, man, I'm telling you, this guy is, without that stamina, how you crap on his stamina, Madden? This guy was, oh, you're killing me. Nothing less than a 90 stamina. I don't agree with that at all. I don't agree with that. You should have put him as an 80, nothing less than an 80 in my opinion. Jahmyr Gibbs is a dog. I love his play. So I got to say with Davon, I'm a little shocked by this. I didn't have him as a top 3 halfback. I think he has incredible talent. I think he's incredibly fast. I think they did him a little dirty on the speed. You could even bump that up even a little bit higher. I think his agility rating could be a little bit higher, but I think he has more top speed than he has quick speed. I agree with that. This awareness tells me that this dude is going to be a freak. He's going to be so easy to upgrade. I don't think his carrying's higher than some of the other guys. Stamina, I think you go up a little bit higher than that. It's going to be a little bit painful. His juke moves, spin moves, not really a thing. He's just pure speed, pure burner. I don't have him as a top 3 halfback. I think he could be good. There's no doubt. But I do have other guys ahead of him. So we got Zach, and I can't really disagree with this. The guy played at Michigan, transferred over to UCLA. Really talented football player, 82 agility. I think that could go a little bit higher. I think 85. Anything below an 85 agility is just like terrible. Honestly, it's not very good. His break tackle's an 83. I don't know if I really agree with that. Trucking, 85. Okay, toughness. Ooh, you got to put that higher than that. Stamina, injury. All right. Juke move, spin move. Okay. Is this guy going to be sought after and you pick him up and he's going to end up being a beast? Potentially. He's definitely going to be a power halfback. There's no doubt about that. But the guy's going to be an interesting running back in the league, no doubt about it. I think him being on Seattle, he's going to shock people. I do. I think you'll see his name. He will be a guy that people will know, in my opinion. Now, is he going to be elite? That's another question entirely. So with Tyjae Spears, this was just a confusing draft pick for me because I don't think they were in competition with anyone. Tyjae Spears was just, to me, not one of the top 5 halfbacks. Could he play to that? Sure, but for the other guys that you want to take a potential risk on, I would choose some other guys than Tyjae Spears. However, he's a 73 overall. Can't really disagree with that. It's just not. I think his speed could be a little bit higher. I think anything less than a 90 is a little bit strange to me. Injuries an 86. Stamina's an 85. Toughness, I think, needs to go higher than that. This guy is a tough dude. Definitely a tough guy. Juke move, spin move. I just don't know exactly what the Titans were really looking for in Tyjae Spears, but when it comes to Madden, I think his rating is I can't really complain. I would adjust some things here and there, but for the most part, it's all right. Now, when it comes to Tank Bigsby, I'm not even going to really go over his overall because I just don't agree with this right out of the start. Devon, I would not put higher than Tank Bigsby. I just wouldn't. With me, Tank Bigsby is a top 5 running back coming out of the draft. I think he could end up being incredibly scary, and I'm a firm believer just because you're good doesn't mean that you're going to do good in the NFL because you just don't know. But I think that they landed a good guy here because it's not even like the team he was on was stellar in college. They weren't. They would get down by huge numbers and then have to start passing, and he would even be relevant in the receiving game. So I think they did him dirty on this. I think he's going to be a guy that will be known in the NFL. You know, to what degree is another thing, another debate entirely. However, I just think they're doing him dirty here. Now, for me, Johnson is just not a guy that I would have drafted over some of the other guys. Do I think he could be good? Sure, I do. I think you can find every one of these guys and you could look at him and go, well, in this area, this guy could do phenomenal. This guy could be great at this, great at that. You could list it and find it with every single player out there. But there are other running backs that I would have chosen over Johnson. And I'm not going to list them because it's a big list, actually. It's actually a big list. You know, I like Johnson. I like his play. But at the same point in time, you know, do I say that his overall's wrong? No, but I definitely think other guys are higher than him. That's my opinion there. So even with Johnson, I'm just not putting him, you know, above some of the other guys. Would I dock him and take away that overall? No. I just wouldn't put him ahead some of the other guys. So with Israel, I think that they put him a little bit lower than what I would have put him personally. I know some of you guys have seen our draft classes. We put guys a little bit higher because we truly believe that. We believe they're better than this like 69 crap that Madden always gives us. And Madden favors some guys over other guys, and I don't really know why. I'd love to be in the meetings with them and just ask questions because I just don't know what they're talking about here. You know, why do they rank some guys higher than other guys? Even when the NFL disagrees with Madden, they'll still die on a hill that they're like, oh, this guy is, you know, I don't get it. This guy's interesting. Israel is an interesting football player, and him being on the Jets, with all the Jets, they have Breece Hall already. This guy could be interesting. Watch out for him. Now, when it comes to Chase Brown, I love his play. I do. He's from Illinois, or he was Illinois College. I don't know where he's from originally. I don't know what his hometown is, but compact runner. He's good at catching the ball. He is just an absolute player out there. He's a dog. He's one of those guys that I would just want on my team. You know, I'd want him on my team, and I'd want to see what he can do with the right coaching and all of that. This guy could end up being a role player. I don't know if he's going to be the premier back. Would I be shocked if he was? No, not necessarily. But I think he's going to be just a good role player that's going to be scary. He is a guy you have to recognize when he is out on the field, and defenses will probably recognize him. We'll see what he can turn into, but I like what I've seen so far of him, so I'm interested to see what he can do moving forward. So I'll say with Deuce Vaughn, I'm impressed by the guy. If you look at his stature, you don't really walk away going, wow, that was amazing. But good luck tackling him. Have fun. You know, he's definitely one of those guys you see on the field and you go, I'm not too worried about him, and then you see him start running the ball and you try to tackle him and you're going to go, ooh, Jesus Christ, this guy's not easy. Also, I don't think it was fair to look at the Alabama game because Kansas State was clearly just outmatched in that physically. They just couldn't block enough. It was tough for them, and I don't even think they should have been playing Kansas State. I think they should have been playing Penn State or something like that. That would have been a much more interesting game for us to watch, Penn State versus Alabama. But Kansas State, you know, had to play him, and Deuce Vaughn didn't really get much of a chance to shine. So first thing I got to say about Sean Tucker is just he's absolutely disrespected. Is nobody's business. The reason he went undrafted was not because he's terrible. Okay, so that's first things first. Let's understand that. And I just want to hear one NFL scout, a true NFL scout, not a Madden rating adjuster. I don't want to hear them talk. I want to hear true NFL scouts agree with your 78 agility on Sean Tucker. Folks, go watch his highlights, and then just his highlights, Christ's sake. You don't even have to watch his film. Come back to me and tell me if you think he's a 78 agility. You're going to laugh when you hear 78 agility and you see his film. This guy is super fast, okay? Super fast, super electric, and I'd be shocked if he doesn't do something exciting in the NFL. In fact, if I was a general manager, this guy'd be on my team. I can guarantee you that.